Chicken of the Woods came out now. Hardwood. So this is, I don't know. Kind of a large vulva on that. These ones, not so much. This is like November. I don't know. That's a good question. You never know these things. Maybe, I'm just gonna say the 7th. It's around that time frame. There's a cold front coming through the whole US, I guess. That's how they go these days. Nationwide weather fronts. Looks like it's raised. Water level's gone up probably about 8 inches the last 2 weeks maybe. Mud flats are filling in. That's a snow goose right there. Well, a white goose. Egrets are getting swapped out with geese. Egrets are probably going down to Florida. Where it's warmer. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be down to like 20 tonight. Like a month ago, it was 90s and 60s at night. Now here it's like 40 with 20 at night. Oh. Maybe it is an egret. Wow, it's really hard to tell with these things. Yeah, it's probably egret style. They look just like geese. That beak looked just like a goose beak. Goose neck. There are white geese around here. It's really hard to say if I've seen one. I would have said that was the second one I've seen. So that one was an egret. Whoops. Running out of shoreline. Shoreline was way over there. Now I'm over here. So this is November 7th or so. It was, I did a walk for persimmons, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. And after First Bay, I found a pumpkin in between First and Second Bay. Pumpkin plant. Not just any pumpkin, a pie pumpkin. Oh wow. Is that poop? What is this? It's not poop. This looks like something man did. It's like clumps of mud. They were scraping mud off of something or something. I was like, wow, that's an impressive poop. You know, it's like a bear-sized poop. Almost. Say what you want about bears. They got impressive poops. Oh, yeah. I found a pie pumpkin, and it's kind of small. You know, those pie pumpkins are small, so it's not really enough to do a bunch of pumpkin pies, and it's gonna be tricky roasting. Pumpkins to make pie fillings. So, I mean, not tricky, but it's just gonna take a while, you know, like a couple hours. So I want to do a big batch, you know. If it's gonna take a couple hours, might as well get a decent batch. And there was only one ripe pumpkin at the time, which isn't enough to do a decent batch. But there was another one that was just a tiny little sprout. Had a ways. Now those marks on my thing, lens, they're on the inside of the lens, and I need to take the camera apart to find the spot that they're at, you know, like which piece of glass has them. And it's not something that I just want to start doing willy-nilly, in case if there's like springs and things. Don't want to have a bunch of parts come apart and not be able to put them back together. So I want to see if I can find a video on how to clean / replace a lens on this camera. This is, I don't know, this is Sony, I think, yeah, Sony Handycam. Probably a popular brand or a popular model or something. Like someone might have a video on it. Kind of get an idea of what I'll be getting into when I pop it open and how to pop it open. I mean, there's screws, you know, but you never know. Maybe things are glued together and you can't actually get to them. I think it's a popular way of making things these days. Make them unrepair and replaceable. I was in town yesterday. Forgot to look it up. Also want to replace the breaker on my generator, a Generac. That is just either that or override it. Maybe beef it up with a couple pieces of tin foil. But see if there's a video on that as well. Forgot to look up that as well. And I forgot to get screws. I need to get more screws. I picked up a bunch of stuff, but I remember I need to make a list, and I make a list, but by the time I get around to put something on the list, I've forgotten the other two things. I just remember the one thing. So my lists are always incomplete. Like here, my intent is to see if I can find a video on cleaning the lens of the Generac breaker, but I'll probably forget to look those up again when I go to town, if I go to town. So this is gonna be this is like a brisk walk right here. I'm really trying to cover ground. It's a rainy day. Day started off warmer, but it's been, I don't know if it's gonna come through on this camera, but it's sprinkling right now. It's a drizzle. It's been drizzling pretty much all night. Looky. That is a good sign. I got some sugar maples back here. Oh yeah. The one things. See if I can find it maybe. Weren't cottonwood pods. It was I don't even know now. An empress or a princess tree. There's two of them. I want to say they're empress trees. There was a empress tree in Washington that had pods like that. I think I actually got seeds from it. And they used to be used as packaging material. It was, seed fluff in those little pods. So, what do you call it? They got spread around everywhere. And a princess tree is supposed to have a bigger leaf and a vanilla bean kind of looking long, like string bean, long skinny seed pod. So I got some, I want to say princess trees over at the house site. There's one parent tree over there, and now there's like 6 or so. Baby trees, really fast growing. I mean, they came out of nothing. On just that compacted, disturbed, well, semi-compacted, disturbed soil, driving the backhoe around on it. I didn't want to get these pants all stinky wearing my like hip boots, waders, whatever. So I wore these. I don't know what that was. I didn't want to touch it. It was probably little colonies of salmonella or something. Had a piece of dead fish or something. Yeah, so it'll be a question. whether or not I can actually get there. I gotta cross some mud flat areas to get to this pumpkin. This being the first. Let's see if I sink in or if I can cross. Got a feeling one of these days I'm just gonna lose my boot in the mud. And my boot will be 2 foot down and I won't be able to get it out. I'll be hiking back with one boot. So it's got me really leery about. So I think this is where the iron bacteria was. Now it's actually flowing with water. There was like that slight little baby whirlpool. Now it's like actual decent little seepage. Okay. That's a bit scary. Those are trees. I don't know, a little mudflat archipelago. Oh, yeah. So I need materials. I need the last four rafters before I can continue on with the roof. It's a rainy day, so it's a big one. Oh, so this is actually, I think, the best. This is technically a river that's, dammed to make this lake. So I guess it's technically a reservoir, but technicalities aside, this is the best body of water for freshwater pearling. Can't remember. I think these ones do a salmon pink. I mean, you get freshwater pearls come in different colors and different species of clams, mussels, whatever's. Do predominantly, ones of this color or ones of that color. You get a variety of colors. But odds are you'll get one like this color, one like that color. And there's like 5 or 6 species of clams slash mussels, like this is one species right here, that I think makes pearls, those ones with the 90 degree shells make pearls. Some of them are salmon, some of them are pink, some of them are lavender to blue, and then you get the whites, of course. Freshwater pearls aren't circles. It's very rare that you find a circle one. Usually they're, I guess, just all cattywampus shapes, and kind of particular shape depends on what irritant got in there and where it is located in the shell inside the clam. A clam could have like 20 to 30 pearls, freshwater clam, rather than like one pearl from a saltwater one. They're not worth as much. They're not worth much anything at all, freshwater pearls, unless you get a rare one, you know, like a circular one. And a colored, you know, one of a nice color. You know, it's kind of, I guess, like a diamond, you know. Like you get a rare colored diamond and it's worth a lot. Yeah, I might pan some. You got these big beds of, what do you call this stuff? Gravel. Not this stuff right here, but back there it was just a big bed of gravel. This is where I lose my boot. Full of clam shells. So you'd think it might be a good spot for. No, I'm not crossing there. You would think it would be a lot of pearls in that little gravel bar. I don't know how heavy a pearl is compared to gravels and such. No persimmons on the ground. Put them up top though. I don't got enough time to go around picking persimmons, because I do want to make it to town. One thing about persimmons is they stay on the tree. Well, as long as you're not eaten by the critters, but it looks like for some reason the critters in this area don't really care for climbing that tree to get the persimmons. There's maybe enough persimmons on the ground and enough clams and other things, enough beech nuts. I mean, this is just loaded with beech nuts. You know, they're not coming after those beech nuts either. The one persimmon tree that I know of on my property, the animals take all the goodies off of it before the leaves drop. But it looks like that particular tree right here probably still have persimmons on it even after all the leaves have dropped. I don't think the critters will take persimmons. So I still got some time, you know. It's not a rush getting those persimmons. But this pumpkin might get flooded out. You know, it's right on the shoreline, and this water's probably going to be rising 6 inches a week for the next couple of months. So it's kind of time's of the essence. Oh yeah, these are small, so I want a couple pumpkins. Pumpkins to make a, still not much of a pumpkin pie, but pumpkin jarred pumpkin pie fillings. Pumpkin pies in jars is what I'm going to be making. Oh! Babusified. And they're going to have some butterscotch chips in them. So, butterscotch pumpkin pie with cream cheese frosting. And that's kind of the, I got some butterscotch chips that are, let's see if I can cross here. Uh, 2 years old now, maybe. Nope, not there. Let's see if maybe I can cross there. It's a nice little firm spot right here, but right in there it looks like it gets a little strip of softness. So we've got some rocks. Very nice. Okay, made it. I should be able to get there. That was, I think, in, this is First Bay right here, so it's not too far away now. If I can make it past First Bay, I could probably make it there, okay? In these boots. I doubt I would ever sink in far enough. Sink in over my waders, my hip boots or whatever those are. Since they go up to my groin. You know, that's 3 foot or something. It would have to sink in. And those fit more snugly, so they're less liable to fall off when I'm trying to pull my foot out. Or these, I gotta like contort my foot inside the boot, trying to wedge my foot inside these boots to keep these boots on when I'm trying to yank them out. And then that contortion slips. I go throttling forward. Almost thought that guy was alive. Toidle. Toidle and half shell. It sounded like a Loch Ness monster. I scared and it just dived into the water, but it was just a wave, not a Loch Ness monster. Oh yeah, so you see this one? It's a beautiful like lavender pink, you know? I'm wondering if that would be the color of the pearl on that one. Strange looking fish. Those would be some pretty pearls. Some awfully pretty pearls. If the pearls were that pinkish, iridescent pinkish color. Yeah, so all these shells. You know, I think I can just run this material through a classifier or through a classifier and then through a glow pen. Classifier being like some hardware cloth, you know, like the wire mesh that's 1/2 inch. And I used to have actual classifiers, but they got washed away. Left them out on the stream. I was panning, and the thaws came and stream level rose, flood torrents, and took them as payment for the gold that I was taking from it. But I got some hardware cloth. It's nice to have some hardware cloth sitting around to use as traps, minnow traps, crayfish traps. You can always make traps out of them if you need it. If you need the traps. I think that's it right there. This is the pumpkin spot. That kind of looks like a pumpkin right there. Oh. This is the pumpkin. It was that size several weeks ago. It hasn't grown at all. I was hoping it would have been bigger. Like full grown by now. Yeah, if you ever need a pumpkin for your Thanksgiving pumpkin pie, just come out to the lake. Got all kinds of them growing on the shore. My lake pumpkins. A lake pumpkin pie is made with lake pumpkins, butterscotch, and cream cheese frosting. And cream cheese frosting is like 1/2 of 1% cream cheese. I suppose they gotta have some kind of a fraction of cream cheese in there in order to call it cream cheese, but it's 99% shortening and sugar and flavoring agents. And I just do a little sprinkle of cream cheese so that they can call it cream cheese. But it should be safe to can. Like for actual cream cheese, maybe it might go bad. You don't see too many canned things. You have like condensed milk and sweetened condensed milk. This is cool. I don't know what this is. Some stones with some mortar, kind of made into maybe like a chimney. Like this used to be maybe someone's house or something back in the day. And that was like, you know, a starter home, you know. Just leaving the parents' place, you know, at 18 or whatever, you know. To a small, little, quick house, you know. Because it's inexpensive and quick, you know, and you need it. And then when you're living in that, kind of like my shack, you know, when you're living in the shack or that starter house, you can work on building a proper one. I'll probably stop at the, oh no, I can get around that tree, I forgot. Go through the roots. There's a good history of settlers and things in this area up until the mid to late 1800s. I guess up until maybe Roosevelt or something. Maybe he did, the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority, was part of the New Deal. I think that was Roosevelt. And, you know, they flooded this area after that. There's some honey locust up ahead. I think I'll maybe try getting to the second bay. Oh, This is a iron area. Maybe hematite or something. So it could be that that stuff I was burning thinking it was coal was hematite. I think it's hematite. I can't remember now. It's one of the main iron ores. And it's like a shiny black rock that, you know, I guess looks like coal. Well, it probably wasn't good fumes I was breathing. That would be why it stunk so bad. And then coal does go bad, I guess. Not bad, bad. Those are some big bales of cocaine that got washed away. And they're running drugs up the Mississippi into the heartland. The MS-13s. I like this spot. I might see if there's some, what do you call it? Good cluster of sugar maples out here. Supposed to have two of the little spinners. I'm not seeing any spinners. It could be too young of a tree. You never know. Still learning trees. Yeah. It's a pleasure learning. You know, it's kind of exploring, discovering, learning something. But these days, it's just kind of trivial knowledge. These little factoids people learn that have no bearing or impact on their life whatsoever. Kind of pointless. Learning the environment around you is very useful, especially if you that's a button bush. Especially like me. And you're preparing for self-sufficiency. And trees end up becoming a pretty big asset. Should be a honey locust around here. Maybe I missed it. Such a wet, gloomy day. Little bald eagle. Looks like I scared him off. Oh, that first thing was a heron. There's a couple birds in there. A lot of birds, actually. I think 4 birds. Big birds. What's cooler than a eagle fishing? Big piles of water beetles. It's always cooler. Swarms of water beetles. They cluster up like this, and in warm weather they're just kind of all spread out. But then when it starts getting dark out and cooler or something, once the weather turns, they form those little clusters. And I guess they're just waiting for a whale or some other large creature with baleen to swim and just filter them all out, like eat them, like krill. I think all the whales died though. No more whales around here. Killed by the Loch Ness monsters. That's life, you know. It's competition. Survival of the fittest. And it looks like Loch Ness monster beats out whales. Yeah, honey oak is supposed to have a large seed pod. Some nice filling on the inside of it. But yeah, I missed it. Definitely not seeing it. Just walked right past it. This is Second Bay right here. And it's gonna be down to 20 tonight, 20 degrees. Uh-oh. Ground is solid, water shallow, the waves are hard. And there's some duckies. I don't know what kind of ducks those are, pretty small. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. Got persimmons. They looked ripe. They're all orange. Oranges looks, yeah, when they're orange, they're ripe. Give them some more time, they'll get even riper and sweeter. Less chalky. But no go on the pumpkins. It'll be one pumpkin pie. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Just barely missed it. Walked right past it. The honey locust pods right here. There's really not a whole lot of flesh in there. And it's the flesh that you eat that's edible. Here's the thorns. I'm gonna be like, what kind of big, those thorns? But really, not all that impressive. And it's like, yeah, they're big, but maybe not that impressive. And then it's like, why stop with just one thorn when you can grow more thorns off your main thorn? That's impressive. Your thorns have thorns. That's when you're hardcore. It doesn't get much more hardcore than that. Thorn with a thorn with a thorn. 8-inch thorn. A bunch of little thorns. Look at this guy. This guy is a 10-inch thorn. A bunch of, this is like a 3.5-inch thorn. Just incredible. So one of the useless trivia learning knowledges is that they think that this is like Cliff Clavin right here. They date back to the Pliocene era or some Mesozoic time frames when the megafaunas of the prairies would come in and eat. And you gotta eat the seeds and poop them out in order for them to grow. Scarifice them with your intestinal acids. but the tree, so that's why they got the nice little honey flavoring inside the pod to get the animals to eat the seeds. They didn't want the animals eating itself, its trunk and branches. That's why it made these thorns. And these are like megafauna, you know, like land sloth sized thorns right here, you know, mammoth sized thorns. Keep those big guys from eating it. But they make good sewing needles. Good, they're nice and hard. And weapons. Can't reach any of them. So high up, that's why I missed them. Missed the seed pods. But so they're curly, thin seed pods. You know, this is my first time seeing them. It's just kind of, you don't see too many trees with thorns like that, so it's an easy tree to identify because of those thorns. The tiny little leaflets. Massive thorns, long swirly gumdrop seed pods.